Alright, so I wanted to just talk a little bit about the 1/16th AMT round 2 rehash of the 55 Chevy hardtop. So I've got a couple of videos in the can I haven't loaded yet on this one, and then we skipped away through it, had other issues, and was not recording it. Kind of like what I do. I don't typically do a good job of documenting these builds, but here you can see some wiring. Now this is not an RC car. All I did was light it, so it's a little bright in here. You can't really see the headlights lit. There's the tail lights. Anyway, there's still going to be lenses put over the headlights and tail lights. Here you can kind of get an idea how she was painted. And as far as the wiring goes, the Evans LED light kit for, I think it calls it out as an LED light kit for die-cast and plastic scale models. So, I mean, just because whether you're building a 1/24 scale, don't be afraid to apply that lighting to the big 1/16th. I had plenty of wire. I didn't have to add any wiring. Here and there you can see I use double stick tape, just here and there, fairly heavy duty Gorilla double stick with stuff. Just cut it up in little squares and pieces and whatnot, and fitted it where it needed to be fitted to, and tacked it where it needed to be tacked down to. And as far as the light cans go, some of you know that when you're lighting scale models, I'm going to turn those lights off and not drain that little wafer battery. One of the problems that you get with that is the light bleeding through. So what I used for cans for the headlights was this fairly robust aluminum tubing, and I'd have to check it. If you want to know what size it is, I'm not going to measure right now, but if you got a question in the video, let me know and I'll tell you what this is and what the part number is. It's metals. What's it called? This is great. See how prepared I am. Precision Metals. This company, Precision Metals. Make a lot of aluminum tubing, many different diameters, also different wall thicknesses. So you got to be kind of careful with that. There's a couple of different diameters of this heavy duty stuff. This is the thinner wall material. They make one that's super beefy, be for like landing gear struts. For a large RC aircraft, you'd probably want to use that stuff. Anyway, so I've got it wired. I've got the battery, just one of those little wafer batteries, and switch in the trunk. Got the car upside down because I'm still trying to secure the frame and chassis to the body, and it's fighting me a little bit. Things aren't, it's a typical AMT kit. Things are not quite where they need to be. I couldn't seem to get the frame far back enough to position the wheels quite where I wanted them. If it was either too far back and we had no gap here, or too far forward, and I just couldn't get it into that sweet spot in the middle. It just wouldn't stay there. It wouldn't fit there, which is terrific. Also, the interior tub, I cut, I don't know how much plastic off of that thing, and it still holds the passenger side door off here at the front. So, and I mean, I again test fitted, trial fit, cut, refit, and it looked okay until I started gluing everything together. Of course, that's when things, suddenly they don't match up or they don't fit. So here we are with an AMT, a typical AMT kind of fiasco. But it's not horrible. The thing's heavy. It weighs just as much as a die-cast car. A couple of different things that I might have done here. So on the struts, on the rear shocks, I just wrapped solder around a length of something like this, peeled it off, spread it a little bit, and we have coil-over shocks. That's not how they come with the kit. Also, I extended the You can see I put leaf spring extensions here at the back to try and raise the tail just a little bit. So these are just scrap bits of plastic from another kit, just cut to size, and that's about a little over 1/2 inch long, and they fit inside of these cutouts that are molded into the kit for the leaf spring itself to drop into. But if you drop these in and just surface the ends of the leaf springs on top, you get a nice leaf extension. And I'll make another recording of the car once I can finally flip it over onto its wheels and, you know, see what I can do about straightening this door out. For the paint on this one, and I don't know what good it is to talk about it, but we'll talk about it. I put down racing white on the top and trunk. That's TS7, this one. Racing white. And then overall, the brown is TS1 red brown. And after I had the red brown on there, I dusted it with copper. Tester's copper paint. Let's see. It's Tester's number. Testers. You're letting me down here. I don't know what number it is. It's Tester's copper paint. I don't even think I don't see the cap here either. Well, anyway, dusted it with copper and got this kind of a metal flake effect using spray cans. And again, I'll flip it over here in a minute, or for another video. Actually, I guess I'll wait until I can do a second, third, fourth, whatever the next video. And in the next video, I'll flip it over and we'll take a look at it from the outside and from the top down. But anyway, I just thought, you know, here it is. I'm waiting for it to dry yet, but it's that kit. As far as decals go, I don't think I'm going to use any of these decals. I might. There's a couple of scroll work in white, kind of a scroll, pinstripey scroll work. The badges and emblems will go on. I'll figure out which license plates I want to use on it. I'll probably be using the centers of these decals here, just the brown centers. I'll be slicing those up and then fitting them into the slots on these chrome side accent trim molding, because they typically would have the body color in there. The other option would be to spray paint just my Tamiya masking tape and then slice it into a strip that fits in there and just use tape. It's kind of a cheater, and I'd rather use decal, so I think I'm going to actually end up using those. I think there's enough there between those three stripes. 1, 2, 3. If I just slice out the centers and then taper them, and then kind of piece it together, I can make that work. I don't know. We'll see. I did cut out the trunk lid so that I could put the battery and switch in the trunk. I put hinges on the front hood that seemed to work. I did mount the hood in there before. I remembered to put the hood support. Typically in these cars it has spring-loaded hinges and you wouldn't need that. But for the scale model, I thought I would just have a kind of a swinging arm. You know, just use a length of wire and a bit of tubing just to make a lid support that would hood support that would just swing up and down and poke into the side of the body or into the side of the motor somewhere as a hood stay. But you know, I can probably still add it after the fact. I just should have done that before I got it all glued up here. But anyway, that's just the nature of the business. Got other things on your mind. You're in the middle of a project that's taking a bit longer because of all the other stuff going on in the world, and then you know, you get back to a project and you forget a step, and there you are, having forgotten a step. All right, so we'll get back to this as soon as things dry up a little bit as far as paint goes, from the standpoint of paint. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.